We are going to start debunking factually and historically inaccurate narratives and talking points that surround Israel. Let's start with the first one. Israel is an apartheid state. This talking point was first raised when the United Nations Secretary Under General Rima Khalaf published a report accusing Israel of colonization and instituting an apartheid state. With the international community outraged over the baseless accusation and report, Rima Khalaf resigned, but was awarded the highest medal of freedom by President Abbas, the president of the non-existent Palestine. In the coming videos, I'll reference historical records that explain why I say Palestine never existed and still doesn't exist. Back to the narrative that Israel is an apartheid state, let's first define what is apartheid. Apartheid references a policy and system of segregation or discrimination on the grounds of race, according to the Oxford Dictionary. In recent history, we've had an example of apartheid state, so we don't have to speak in hypothetical terms here. South Africa instituted an apartheid system from 1947 to early 1990s. And what does apartheid look like in practice? From 1947 to 1994, South Africa was under control of an all-white government that dictated that non-white South Africans were required to live in separate areas from whites and use separate public facilities. Only white people were able to hold political office and be members of the parliament. Now let's talk about Israel. Israel has over 2 million Arabs that live inside its state. They make up roughly 21% of the state's population. If apartheid claims were true, that means 2 million Arabs would not be afforded and would not enjoy the same rights as Jews in Israel. They would not live inside the same areas and communities as Jews. They would not be able to access and seek higher education, would not be able to become doctors, lawyers, bankers, engineers. They would definitely refuse from serving in the Israeli Defense Force. If Israel was an apartheid state, that means that there would be no political representations for Arabs or Arab Muslims. Not even a single member, not a single Arab would have the right to hold any political office. They would not have the ability to even be appointed to become a judge or hold a political office. But is this reality in Israel? No. And let's get straight to the facts here. There have been Israeli Arab members of the Knesset ever since the first Knesset election in 1949. They have formal political parties with a formal political representation such as Hadash, Ba'alad, Ra'am, and Ta'al. Meet Khalid Kabab, a Muslim Arab that was appointed permanently to serve as a Supreme Court justice in Israel. And now meet Samir Haji Chaya, the chairman of Bank Leumi, the oldest and largest bank in Israel. Samir is also an Israeli Arab. 18% of all bachelor degrees in Israel are held by Arabs, and between 2009 and 2021, Arabs who hold a master's degree grew by 228%. Almost 21% of all physicians in Israel are Arabs, which is close to the actual population of Israel. In Israel, at the age of 18, it's mandatory to serve in the army, but if you're an Israeli Arab, it's actually optional. Yet over 1,000 Israeli Arabs voluntarily serve with the IDF and over 600 Muslim Arabs enlisted according to the data from 2021. Why?
I am an Arab. I am a Muslim. And I love my country. In fact, I'm prepared to die for it. Which is why I serve in its army. I don't have to do this. I want to do this. Because my country is a special place. Unlike another. Free, diverse, vibrant. Yet other countries not so free, not so diverse, call for my country's complete destruction. The moment my country lets its guard down, it will be destroyed. My country is Israel.
So the reality is that life for non-Jewish people in Israel is great. Everybody has their hardships, but definitely not an apartheid state. There is no denial of rights based on your ethnicity or race. You're not being targeted because of your ethnicity or race either. As you can see, Arabs and Muslims enjoy every single right that Israel offers, and many of which actually explain that they prefer to live in Israel rather than any other Arab or predominantly Muslim country. So please share this video with your friends and family to debunk the narratives that they may have been propagandized against. And follow me for the next debunk.